Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Have I got a video for you today? Today's video is going to be all about why I've decided to start living in my car. So there's a couple different things that went into my decision to start living in my car. My mom and I have been living in this apartment together for about 8 years, and it's worked out really well, and it's been nice. But every year the rent goes up, and this year we got the sheet saying, you know, are you going to renew your lease, and here's the new prices. And lately it's been a little bit tight. Like a year ago, my higher paying job had, closed, and then I had switched over to my regular job full time. And then I, was kind of getting hours, and then I wasn't really getting all the hours I needed to, maintain things. So I was always kind of scraping by and getting real tight, which isn't, fair to the other person paying half the rent. So it was like, when we got the renewal, and again, the rent was going up for who knows why, because nothing new has ever happened in this apartment. We had to decide, we had to think about, do we really want to renew? I'm already kind of tight as it is sometimes. Hopefully I was going to get a promotion, and that would help, but I'm like, it's not guaranteed. So, I was thinking, and I had seen a lot of videos on YouTube about people who had decided to live in their cars. And it was one of those things I never really searched out, but it kind of had, popped up in, one of those YouTube journeys you go on when you're watching one thing and then something else on the side catches your, your eye. And I fell down one of those holes one night, and I was like, huh. But I had thought about this for a long time, because it was one of those that came up months and months ago. And I thought it was kind of fascinating. I watched a bunch of those videos. So when this time came, I was like, maybe it's not. I was like, I've had a dream forever to move to LA. And I wanted that for years and years. And now that my grandma's been passed away for a little over a year, she was one of the last things really kind of holding me here. I couldn't leave while she was still around. And, after she passed, I got that itch again. And, everything in the universe kind of, telling me, go to LA. That's, where you need to be. And, as a witch, I do try to, listen to the signs that the universe gives to me. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do? Do I try to find a place, or do I, find another rent, another lease and try to save up where I'm just scraping by? And I don't mind, just getting by sometimes. I mean, it would be better to be a little bit more comfortable, but it's like, why am I killing myself to try to just barely make it in a place I don't really want to be? So I was like, you know what? Let me take the plunge, take the leap, and kind of reach for my dreams. And I was like, the more I thought about it, I was like, I can't renew this lease. I want to reach for my dreams, and I want to go to LA. I wanted it for so long, and there's always a reason not to do something, and there's, always it seems like several reasons why you shouldn't, but it's like, you gotta plow through, you gotta reach for it. Anything worth doing isn't usually just handed to you. And I just really feel like it was time for me to try this. So some of the preparation I've had to do is, I have a lot of stuff. I don't even understand how I have as much stuff as I do, but I have been paring down everything. I have gotten rid of I had to get rid of books, I had to pare down all my clothes, and I had a lot of boy clothes, and what I did is, now they are all in one suitcase. I pared down my clothes so much, all of them fit into one suitcase. The other thing that it was hard, that I couldn't really pare down, is I'm a drag queen. And if you want to see that, I will link to my drag channel in the comments, in the page below. But I am not giving up doing drag, especially while I'm still here saving up before I move. So what I had to do is I decided to get a storage unit so that I can house my drag and other things that I want to keep and bring with me when I move to LA. And so I lucked out. Let me show you what I got. While I'm prepping to move to LA, and I'm going to be living in my car for a little while, I got this storage unit so I can use and utilize my drag. And luckily, look, I got the one that goes wide, because everything else is always the narrow, but I got lucked out. It was meant to be. So this is where I will come to use my drag and get out as I have shows, and still be able to do that until I head to LA. So yeah, I was super lucky getting that layout and the perfect storage unit, better than I could have ever dreamed. I was like, it was meant to be. It's one of those things where things kind of fall into place. Another thing that's kind of happened is as I was kind of getting ready for this transition, I got stolen from another store. So I have actually now started making, working more. I actually getting like twice the amount of hours I was getting before. So that's going to really help me sock away a lot of money so that I can kind of, head to LA and have a little bit more of a cushion and a buffer. Because you always hear people who have like I left and I had $500, and it's like, that's nice for you. I need a little bit more than that. Because I've also read about how sometimes you need a couple months' rent to be paid, and I want to give myself my best chance. And I figure, I want to live knowing I tried this. I can't live with the, oh, what if? What if I, if I never did it? And I feel if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least I tried. I can always come back, but I will never forgive myself if I don't at least try and get out there. So some of the other things I've had to do to kind of pare things down was okay, I've got rid of books. I have tried to get rid of things that are just taking up space, that even if I like them, I had to pare down things as a huge Pokemon nerd, I had a bunch of little Pokemon plushies, donated all of them. My DVDs, I have a lot of them, and I really watch movies over and over, so they're very, I love that they have a lot of value for me. But I decided to get the little binders so that all of my DVDs are no longer in cases, they're in the binder so they take up less space. So I'm all about trying to compact and get a little bit more minimalist about things. Things like the drag were hard to, can't really pare down. I got rid of some stuff that I'm okay, I don't wear this doesn't fit overall, but most of that I need a lot of that stuff because that's, the nature of the beast, of drag. You need pieces. You can't be a one outfit drag queen. You can be a one-wig drag queen. Coco Peru does that because people don't want her in other wigs. You go, Coco Peru. But other than that, I'm just really trying to pare down, get rid of things that are no longer helping me achieve where my goals are. So, less clothes, less clutter, getting rid of books that I'm okay, I won't read this, donate them. Keeping the few, but I do love books. Books have been hard. Oh my god. I have had so much trouble trying to pare them down, but I've kept some that are really near and dear to me, and, I can't get, I have to remind myself, you can't get rid of everything, but I still have a lot more to get rid of. So I'm trying to get rid of tons of things like little toys, just little, anything that is not helping me reach my goal. Because in all honesty, I have to think about, when I'm moving, I want to try to fit as much into my itty-bitty little car as possible. I don't want to have something else or extra. Best case scenario would be someone else will drive along with me and we can fill 2 cars and we can drop stuff off. But I've got to try to be what's the easiest to get me to where I need to be? And I need to look at different things to be is this helping me achieve my goals? If not, it needs to go away. So I think the hardest thing about getting ready for this is, most of you may know, I have a dog and a cat, and I really love them, but before I decided on this, I went ahead and I was made sure that there would be places for them to be until we can all go to LA. So, because the cat and dog cannot sleep in the car with me. But luckily I have wonderful friends and family who have agreed to watch them for me until I'm ready to go and move cross country. So they're taken care of, which is the biggest, worry on my mind, but it's also the hardest. When we get to that day where I have to drop them off at the place they'll be staying until we're ready to go, oh my god, that's gonna be really hard because I haven't been apart from them since I've had them. My Takara is, she's 10 years old. I've had her, 9.5 years because I got her when she was 6 months old. We've never been apart. I think the longest we've ever been apart was a week because she went on a trip with my mom when our schedules were weird, so it made sense for her to go with. I've never been away from her for more, that's the longest, was a week. And my cat, never been that, maybe a weekend where I'm away. So it's that's going to be hard, because, they're my babies. That's going to be the trickiest thing, I think, going forward for, the next few months while I'm sleeping in my car. But I know that they're safe. There's people who love them, that will be watching over them and taking care of them. So at least that, takes some of the worry off my shoulders. Another positive aspect that I'm kind of really looking forward to is this is going to take away a lot of distraction, and I will be able to really focus on things. I will be able to focus on my writing. When you are not able to just go home and sit and watch Netflix, it's going to force you to really prioritize and actually be productive. So things that I'm going to really be focusing on are finishing my novel, working on that. Other like writing and knitting projects. I have, patterns that I have designed that I haven't put out yet, and I'm working some more on some of my designs. Also focusing on my drag and being able to like have a little bit of time to actually go out and do things where sometimes I'm so strapped I couldn't even make it to a gig or to go to other shows and support other queens. This is going to allow me to actually get back out into the community more than I, have been able to, and more where I would like to. So like those are things that I really am excited about. As kind of terrifying and exciting as this whole situation is, I'm trying to focus on those positive things, and like I'm going to get so much done. I'm really excited. Alright, everybody, I think that's all about it for today. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I will be posting more videos, especially as it gets closer to the end of the month as I, make the transition, and I'll be, documenting my progress and, what the experience is also like. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that little like button, hit the little notification so you know when new things are up, and I will see you all later. Bye.